Hey race car fans, so today we have an unboxing of this Kyosho branded McLaren. It is a model of this MP4-12C GT3 edition, which is a race modified version of the regular 12C. What's interesting is this race version has less power than the road version. The road version has around 600 horsepower and this race version is around 500 horsepower. But and that's due to racing regulations, so it's the race rules. But anyways, it does strip out some weight. It has a lighter transmission, which saves, I think, like 70 kilos or something like that, or around the equivalent of a person. And also it has a race suspension and obviously some aerodynamic advantages. So the road car and this race car first came out in 2011, and they were sold up until 2014. The internet says this race version was sold for over 310,000 British pounds, so it's a pretty expensive vehicle, of course. Alright, you'll wonder why there's this origami on there. Just like XLT Off-Road Bear, we must have found the same dealer on eBay. The seller's name is Y2-Style-Japan. And so this guy's just selling a bunch of Kyoshos, and these happen to be new. And I happen to have the road version here, and this came up at a decent price, so I figured why not get the race version. And it's a matte black, so I think we should be able to see some good details in it. So this is this seller's signature. I guess the guy just does a lot of origami while free time, you know, maybe watching TV, is making these and he throws them into the orders, or she, I'm not sure if it's a guy or a girl. Alright, let's see here. Let's get the camera excuse me, camera going at a better angle. And I think this may have come from a twin box set, because I noticed that on a different twin box set that I've purchased in the past. It's got this sticker. So there's oh, maybe it's a quad box set. So this is one of 4 cars, right? So, and well, there we go. So I suppose maybe they had 2 different sets, and you could have gotten 2 different color schemes, you know, in the sets. So obviously, since I got the matte black one, I would have rather had the orange one, but again, I went with the cheaper version. So let's see when this thing came out. I don't see a year. Sometimes on the boxes they have the year around the logo, but I'm not seeing it here. It's really strange again to, you know, if a company's making a collectible, I don't know why they wouldn't put the date down, so like in the future people will know how old this collectible is. It's really strange, I think, for companies to do that. Well, anyways, seems to be a decent box, and then it's protected by the blister as well, so pretty immune to, well, I don't know if it's totally immune to damage from shipping, but it's pretty strong. Yeah, the colorways, right? So matte black, I'm finding is not okay. I think it's okay for details. Gloss black, though, I think you lose a lot of details from all the reflections and stuff like that, especially in this super bright photo booth. So as usual with Kyosho, I gotta take it off the stand here. That's a long screw, longer than usual. And then there's a little plastic thing here as well. So there we go, the base, that's a typical Kyosho base. They're pretty good. They're not super big, so they don't take up shelf space, but I like my Kyoshos in a separate cabinet. So, okay, well, yeah, I mean, I think you can see the body contours, right, with this matte finish, so it's pretty nice. The wheels, they look relatively accurate, or not. I'm not sure. They're not actually the same as the car behind, so I'm not sure if they offer different wheel sets, McLaren, for this car. Interesting. Alright, well anyways, so we have a bunch of casted in vents, and since the whole car is black, I suppose it's realistic as far as the, you know, there's no need for a paint tab to show vents, because everything's dark. We have some mirrors. Unfortunately, there's no silver paint on this because it's a blister, I guess. I think a lot of the crystal-cased Kyoshos have paint apps on the mirrors, but the blisters, I have yet to see one. I don't recall one ever being painted. And then no brakes, unfortunately. I think there's probably air. I'm trying to see if there's like air passing between the spokes here. I think this might be a blanked off wheel. No, actually I do see a little bit of light there in one of the spoke holes. So, okay, well, interesting. I wonder if Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's it for the wheels. Looks like we have a nicely printed gas cap there. There's little rivets and stuff. Maybe you can see, right? All right, little black dots indicating the screws holding that thing down. And then this is blacked out. The molding is blacked out. And then the window, it's got some molded in embossing or something on the inside surface to indicate the sliding polycarbonate windows. So that's pretty cool, pretty accurate, I think. Alright, and then we got some pressure release valves in front of the wheel well as well as on top of the wheel well. Let's go to the front. We got some textures molded in, and I suspect it's part of this plastic belly pan. And then there's the bottom. It's screwed together if you want to customize the interior or something, or do a wheel swap. Speaking of, back to the wheels, these tires look a little weird, right? It's like, well, the way it came is the tire's not out enough. Luckily, I think I can slide it. Alright, that's better. It just looked weird with the wheels sticking out past the tire. So I guess now we know that you can make it look, I think that's normal looking, right? Versus that. Okay. Okay, so back to the front here. So there does seem to be the McLaren swoop. I'm not sure what the real name for that thing is. And then we have some recesses here for the quick release hood latches and molded in vents there. And then the lensed headlights and some sort of detail work either in the plastic or the bucket behind it makes it look like, you know, it's kind of like a headlight or something there. See right there, it looks like there's a headlight there. Okay, so that's pretty neat. The windshield wiper is molded in. I don't think it's painted though, or is it? I don't know, because it's on a black dashboard. I think it is painted black, so that's good. Alright, and then yeah, I'm sure that's a really nice interior, but being black color, it's really hard to see much detail in there, so that's too bad. Okay, and then same with the engine. Well, this is not a particularly great looking engine. It's pretty lame actually. You can see beyond that middle section, like there's a lot of flat blanked out area, so it's not a really deep engine molding. Okay, so the wing here, I suppose it's alright. I'm just wondering if it's super thick or not. I guess the thickness of those struts is alright for plastic. Yeah, they're definitely super thin on the real car, but I guess there has to be a certain thickness to avoid damage. And we got this little bump here. I'm thinking maybe that's like an inlet or something, an air inlet. It feels like it's plastic or hollow, or well, I don't know. What's interesting is this window. There's actually a ledge here, but I can't get my pick in there, so it is part of the blanked off window plastic here. Okay, so here in the back we got the exhaust tips here. They're hit with a nice bit of silver, so that's nice. Unfortunately, there's this thing. It's just blank. I don't know if there's supposed to be a logo there. I can't really see in the real photograph. Maybe it's supposed to be blank. Maybe it's like an additional brake light or something. I'm not sure. And then these taillights. I'm not sure if that's part of the casting or not. This piece, it may be a separate piece of plastic, because it looks like there's a separation here, right? So that could be a different piece of plastic. Same with these vents. I think it's a separate piece of plastic. So, okay, and then we got a little grill texture here above the diffuser and the diffuser itself. So, all in all, it's a pretty cool looking model. I'm just let me focus again, but I'm gonna look at it here with my own eyes. And I didn't even mention this here. This windshield graphic is nicely printed, so that's good. So pleasantly, I don't see any sort of paint problems. I'm not seeing any scratches, gouges, bubbling, or anything like that. I'm guessing this model is relatively new, within the last maybe within the last 10 years for sure. I mean, if the car came out in 2011, 2012, so maybe in the worst case scenario it's 10 years old, but it's nice. The condition is great, so I'm really happy. What is this though? What's this? Just some dust. Alright, great. So that's cool. So I guess it's time to pull out the spin machine, and I can pan up here and now compare it to photographs of the real car. So it's interesting. I guess this might be in the UK. I'm not really sure, but if you look up drift limits, maybe you can find these guys, and you can actually rent this car and drive it around for 10 laps. I don't know where, but I'm sure that would be pretty fun to do, although I'm sure it also might be a pretty expensive day, but it's definitely going to be cheaper than buying this car for real. So interesting. So anyways, for comparison, let's just put it next to the road car so you can see what changes were made. You know, the back end looks the same except for the you know, the tail and the diffuser, but like the plastic insert here of this like vented area and the exhaust tips, that looks like the same piece. The road car, again, let me go here. You know, so this has a, you know, this bump sticking up, grabbing more air, whereas this one, it's just got a texture there. In fact, the engine detail is different. So let's do this. So look at the engines. There are differences in the molding. So interesting. The dashboard. It looks like there's some differences. They're subtle, but they're there. Like the middle bump on the dashboard is different, as well as the instrument cluster is different. So it's nice to see Kyosho go through these little changes, you know. The tires are probably different. Well, yeah, I guess so. It makes sense. These are racing slicks. But Kyoshos very often have different tire treads for every model they make. So that's pretty cool, I think, on their part. And then while we're at it, we might as well just compare the whole thing. So now I gotta try to hold this. So front end differences. Right, the headlights should look the same, but the bumper and stuff is different, of course. The front hood is different. So, okay, pretty neat. That's always a hard one to show, but so the only thing I'm questioning is whether or not these wheels are accurate. I don't know. They're not accurate to the photograph I pulled up. The photograph doesn't have as many spokes, but they did get the center knockoff, you know, although it's pretty muted. It's not a really good center knockoff nut here, you know. It's too smooth. It should have some sort of like hex pattern or some sort of ribbing pattern. Alright, well, okay, so all in all, I'm pretty happy. I think the seller, what is his name? Y2-Style-Japan. They packed the product nicely. I actually got another car that's going to be a different video. It's a Lambo Miura, and I got that from the same seller, but I'll do a different video for that. I think I'm going to try to keep all my videos separate, so just for the future you can kind of search out cars better, instead of like me doing videos with 14 cars and you're just going to get lost trying to find one car if you're trying to, you know, decide to buy one or not. So I'm going to try to do separate videos for each vehicle. Alright guys, well thanks for watching again, and I'll catch you around. See ya.